All right, well, it's the third weekend in a row coming to Silver Creek Camp by myself this time. It's going to be a nice one. I'm really looking forward to getting to the camp, setting up my tent, setting up the blow-up mattress, throwing everything in the tent, zipping it up, and just relaxing for a minute, but getting set up by myself. So last weekend, some volunteers, a few ladies, came through and painted some fresh blazes on here. That's a heck of a step. I try to make as little noise as possible. I mean, it's hard crunching on leaves, but I think I'm going to go a while without talking. Maybe see some sort of wildlife. Well, for those of you who, I guess, look at my videos, most of my views are about watches. Specifically the Garmin Fenix 3 and Casio Pro Trek WSD, whatever the heck it was. I gave up on that watch long ago. But, as you can see, I'm not wearing my Fenix 3. And it's a sad, sad story. But the thing finally gave out. It finally gave out. So what happened with the Fenix 3 is the seal that, it's like a gasket seal thing in the, I think it was the top right button. That one gave out, and at least I'm guessing that's what happened, and allowed water into the actual, electronic components and all that. And I mean, I wore it in the sauna all the time, repeatedly. I mean, several times a week, 3-4 times a week. Took it off my wrist, so I mean, it was getting temperatures 180, 185 for 15-20 minutes at a time. And then, took it out in the cold a bunch, went in lakes with it, so it was bound to just give out. And now I'm going watch free, and I'm really trying to figure out what I want to get. The next watch I want to get. It's going to be a Garmin, because they're just the best. I think. Nothing can beat them for battery life. And I have 3 requirements. Has to have a flashlight, or a torch as people say in other countries. It has to have music storage and GPS. Don't really give a rip about solar. I kind of think that's, I don't want to say gimmicky, but it's kind of overemphasized, because as I'm out right now, yeah, I'm outside, but it's cloud cover. You know what I mean? I'm in Minnesota. I'm not outside all the time, and when I am, it's not that sunny all the time. But when it comes down to it, it seems like the overall best option is the Enduro 3. So more on that later. All right, so here is I call it the down-up section, or up-down section, whichever direction you're going. This is the most treacherous down section. It's got little step-type deals that, it's got these roots which act like steps, which is great. But it also has these little boards that were put in at some point. But you can see, also has this thing here. This little rebar. Where is it? Right here. Come on, focus in there. It's a little rebar. So you got to really be careful where you step. I'm wearing some Merrell Machs, which are the absolute best shoe ever invented. I mean, ever invented. I always say to myself, like, if I could go back in time, 100 years ago even, or 200 years ago, it doesn't even matter. If I had just a stash of 1,000 Merrill Jungle Mocks, I'd be the richest person in the world. So now we're coming up on Silver Creek. Silver Creek is cool. It's really cool. It's a really nice little creek. You can see it has like that flat rock. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but then it has these bunch of little rocks. Really nice. Onward. This is the section that is along the creek. And it's also a part that I always think that I'm close to the campsite, but I'm not. Got to keep going. Probably about halfway to 2/3 there. Here we are. Oh, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Last week was nice. The week before was nice, but this is beautiful. You just have this color. I mean, come on now. You know? Just beautiful. You can see little fish. There's the little waterfall. We're right by camp. So bring it all the way into camp. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Just so nice. Now, when I walk into camp, I always say, heading into camp. Nighttime I don't, but during the day I do. I mean, look at that. Imagine getting water there. Come on now. Oh, it's like coming home. Here it is. So there's no sign that says Silver Creek Camp this way. Look at that, wide open. Perfect. Oh, there's my fire stick, still here. Wide open. There's no sign, but over here, for people that are coming from this direction, there's a sign. Well, there's the latrine sign, but also, there you go, Silver Creek. Now let's go. I'm going to go to my regular spot. You know, I'm not going to get cute. I'm just going to go with what I know. Yeah. Nice. One thing about this bench that I don't like is this big, huge spike sticking down here underneath. You can really get your foot on it. But anyway, there's a little kind of a hammocky type hot spot. Okay, here's where I go. Oh, I'm glad I got here early. So glad. Look at all this. Deadfall still here. I mean, I cut some of these smalls. There's a little bit left. This is the spot. All right, time to set up. All right, one of the luxuries I always bring, if I'm only gonna do like one night, is this super heavy battery operated pump and the super heavy inflatable mattress. This time I also brought a little wooden cutting board. So here's the tent. It's Ozark Trail. Super simple. I'll probably put the rain fly up tonight, but for now I'm gonna let it kind of air, you know. I haven't seen anybody show up, which is different from the last 2 weekends. Last 2 weekends, as soon as we got the tent out, someone came in. So although it is a little early, I'm about an hour earlier. I think it's about 1:30 right now. But get this set up, throw all of that stuff inside there. Got my shirt drying out because no matter what, I always sweat when I hike. So that's drying out. You can see the sun came out. And after this blows up, I'll throw everything in there and then I'll take a little break and then start cutting some wood. This is how I'm gonna have it pretty much until I go to bed tonight. Out here I just have the cutting board, my waters, and my little cook kit. Of course my shirt's still drying. But in here I have just a regular 100% wool blanket with a couch pillow, throw pillow that I really like. Just some warm clothes, my backpack, some Trail Magic, my tripod, and I did not bring a headlamp. I just didn't. Don't really have a reason. I just didn't do it. Now I'm going to go look for some wood to cut and use my Gawa Canyon folding saw. Got a nice stack of logs right there. Got a beautiful collection of birch bark hiding under here to keep it dry. Got my fire stick. Got my knife. My ferro rod. And I got my pot boiling. Well, hopefully coming to a boil. Right there by the fire. Got my early dinner. I'm going to have some chips too. I got my water. And the creek's down there. So, looks like, whoa, looks like all is well. I mean, you can see it's a pretty cool setup here. I haven't seen anybody coming to set up camp yet. It's a little strange. Now, the forecast called for maybe some rain after 3, and it's after 3, and, 50-50 maybe. But it's around this time that people, if they're going to stay here tonight, people should be coming into camp, like the first batch of people. And nobody so far, just a whole bunch of people passing through, a whole bunch of people, probably 5-6 people. I mean, that's not a whole bunch for when there's nobody. But anyway, getting this stuff going. I got to be straight up. Like, it's hard to wrap my mind around $800, $900, $1,000 for a watch. It just is. I got my Phoenix 3 used with the heart rate monitor strap for $350 back in 2015, 2016, something like that. And that was, used. And that was a good deal, but golly, man. More than double the price for a Enduro 3. And the problem is, it seems like those Enduros are such good watches that nobody's going to trade them in to upgrade them, So it's like, well, it's going to be forever. I have to wait forever for the price to go down. But, I mean, dang, I almost feel like just biting the bullet and saying, you know what? I'm not going to fall for the Amaze Fit nonsense. I'm going to go with what I know. But until then, I'm just going to, just wing it. Really the only feature that I don't really need is the heart rate monitor. I really wish Garmin would make a watch-based, basically an electronic multi-tool, an ABC watch with the GPS and, all that stuff with the flash. I wish it'd be like different flashlights. But a built-in beacon too, like a beacon. Or shoot, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. I don't even care. You can, they could figure out whatever. But I'll get on the treadmill and I do fitness stuff. If you don't know, I have a fitness channel that is my sort of daily journal of doing something every day to get physically fit by 50. So the channel's name is Fit by 50. It's just like it's like a guy with a backpack walking with like an orange and green background. Anyway, well, at any rate, I don't measure my heart rate. I don't really need to know my heart rate. That said, Garmin wants to put it all into everything it can possibly do into these watches, and that's fine. I don't need the AMOLED. I would rather have way longer battery life and go with the MIP display, which is fine with me. So it's the Enduro 3 for me. No Phoenix 8, no Epics 2, no none of that stuff. that's it. But I gotta figure out how am I gonna do it and actually justify paying that much for a gosh darn watch. But I don't really know what time it is, but it feels like about 4, maybe 4:30. It's been at least an hour since those guys left, and that one guy told me it was 2:30. There's nobody coming into camp. This is very weird. Like, I don't know if it's a weather thing, like if people are scared of the weather, or maybe there's just nobody out there hiking like through here or whatever. But I'm all by myself, and I mean, I'm looking forward to hanging out in the tent, and I'm looking forward to the whole night, whether there's people here or not. But compared to the last 2 weeks, this is very strange. So maybe by me talking about it right here, maybe somebody will show up and camp out and whatever. But if I get it to myself, that'll be crazy. It's starting to get late, or not late, it's starting to get dark, so I better head back to the fire and get my food put away. I think I'm just going to mix it all up, mix the beef all up, and then go put it in the beef bag with the veggies and stuff. Probably chuck the onion, but the rest of it I'll just blend in. I mean, this is kind of silly. Really thought there'd be people, but I feel like as soon as I put it away, people will show up. So maybe I'll give it a little bit. The fire's nice coals. Got to be close to 7 by now. Kind of windy. Feels like about 60, maybe 58, something like that. Still nobody. Packed up most of my grub. Now I just got to boil some water in there to clean out the pot, and then eventually add more water to this bottle here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just gonna hang out till the fire goes down and until I get tired enough to go crawl into the old tent. Well, the fire's out. Because apparently there's a fire ban. I had no idea. I thought it was just for the Boundary Waters canoe area. But a young couple just showed up, and the young lady who goes to the University of Minnesota informed me that there's a fire ban. So I put out the fire. Looks like tomorrow's going to be Pop-Tarts and granola, no bacon. And looks like I'm done hanging out up here and going to the tent. Yay. Well, looks like everybody's gone. There was only one couple over there, and looks like they're gone. You can probably hear in the background I got a little radio here. It's an AM radio. I'm listening to Minnesota Vikings football. They're playing in London on a Saturday morning, so I'm tucking this thing back into my hood, and it's probably about 8:50. You know, the game started at 8:30, so there's nobody here. Like, it was so windy last night. Not windy down here, like on the ground level, but way up there, and I can't believe there's any leaves left on these trees. As dry as it's been and windy. Now I want to go down here and see what's up. And I'm making a lot of noise because I don't care, because there's nobody else here. So The fire ban, yeah. I didn't know. Turn this down a little bit. I didn't know there was a fire ban. I really didn't know. I didn't know. I knew there was one at the Boundary Waters, but I didn't know there was one in Lake County, which is where we're at here. You know, so I feel a little bit bad about that. Common sense should have told me, hey, you know, don't do it. But I will say it was not this windy when I did make the fire. So let's go see what's up in the creek, Little Silver Creek. I slept pretty good. Gosh, the first time I woke up was 1 a.m. But I mean, honestly, I went to sleep by 8 o'clock, 8:30. So, you know, a good 4 or 5 hours. But after 1 p.m., you know, fitful, got a little chilly. Or I'm not sorry, 1 p.m., 1 a.m. It got a little chilly, and sleep was here and there. I wasn't prepared for how chilly it was. Plus, my little tent is on kind of an incline, and the way I arranged my mattress, that's so cool. Turn this like this. Doot. Doot. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, the way I arranged my mattress was kind of leaning kind of sideways, I guess. There's a little hill, and so when I roll over onto my left side, I felt it was great, but when I rolled onto my right side, I felt like I was going to fall down, tip over onto my back. But overall, good sleep. Chilly. It did get chilly. I did not want to get out of the tent this morning to go to the latrine. It did get chilly, boy. Whew, it got brisk. But now I think it's about 50 degrees. It's not that bad. I just had an assortment of stuff for breakfast. I had Pop-Tarts. I had an apple. There's some granola. A few pieces of bacon. No coffee this morning. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to the game a little bit more and hang out. Woohoo! Got it all packed up. The old leave no trace. Let's see here. Yep. Food bag significantly lighter. Windy. Probably, it feels like about 59, maybe 60. Really grateful to whoever chopped this stuff down. I pushed a tree down yesterday. This thing, I leaned on it a little bit and it tipped. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm pushing it over. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe these trees just dried out. But at any rate, oh man, third weekend in a row at the exact same campsite on the Superior Hiking Trail. I mean, just fantastic. I'm gonna go look over here, see if these people left anything. I mean, just fantastic. Like, so peaceful, so just a calm. You're just by yourself. You know, I mean, there's different words. Alone, solitude, all that other stuff, whatever. This probably right here is the absolute best site. Except for this root right smack dab in the middle. But even over there is nice. So you could put 1, 2, 3 tent pads here. Anyway, might try this one next time. The other reason I kind of like this is it's kind of secluded. You can't really see the campfire. They can't see you. At that campsite over there, you can kind of see. But, well, let's see here. What do I got to do before I leave? I think I'm going to carve in. JT Minnesota was here. Or, no, I don't even need to do all that. It doesn't even matter. But I'm glad I cut this wood, so when the fire ban is lifted, people will have some wood to burn. So that was actually a pretty good deal. I'm gonna do more of that. Oh man. All right, time to head out. I have no idea what time it is. Maybe 10:30, 10 o'clock. I know it's halftime of the Vikings game, so it's a good chance for me to dip on out of here. I mean, the wind is still rocking. It's just steady. It's a steady, hard wind. It's not like, hurricane or nothing like that, but it ain't a gentle breeze either. It's a steady, hard wind. All right. Bye, Silver Creek. Shoot, maybe I'll come out here next month. Maybe I'll come out here again next month. It's another good visit. And I'm glad I got to make a fire, even though I didn't think there was a fire ban. So it was kind of an ignorance thing, but timing worked out great. I was done. Let's see if I can see the rocks that I laid out some rocks. See if I can find them next time I come here. Yeah, there they are. Nice. Well, looks like this is new. Wow, yep. Holy crap. Yep, this happened last night. You just never know how sturdy these trees are. Like, it could have an 8-inch diameter trunk and look good, look like the roots are good and everything, but nope. Right at the base, it's weak and ready to fall. Sure enough. Wow. They gotta know there's a significant deadfall though. Yeah, this happened last night. The only way back to the car is through here, so let's see how I'm gonna do it. Yep, wow. That's something. Wow, and then of course, then what happens? Look at that one, probably fell too. Who knows, man? Look at this. It's just nuts. Look at this. It's craziness. It was a very, very strange. It was a dry summer. Well, it was a wet spring. Or I'm sorry. Let me go back. There was hardly any snow in the winter. Okay, so there wasn't a lot of moisture in the ground come spring. Then it rained like crazy in spring, and then summer was fairly dry, and then it was 80 degrees most of the days of September, which in Minnesota it's not supposed to be that way. 85 degrees, so it got really dry, and then it's been windy. So a combination of just the recent dryness and the wind. Look at these. Unbelievable. Some big ones. Uprooted, literally uprooted. Well, let's hope that if there's more, I can get around them. Well, boy, walking back to the parking lot, to the trailhead, always goes quicker than walking to the campsite. And this morning I took my time, took a bunch of photos. Well, let's just hope my car's still there. When I parked, there was a truck. Oh, it looks like some car is there. Let's see. Is that my car? Yep, my car's backed in. Oh, and then there's this car. Oh, it's a Chevy. It's not a Subaru. Unreal. So, cool. Now, just pack up everything and head to, where am I going to head to? Probably Split Rock. All right, well, I'm at the Split Rock Wayside. This is north of Two Harbors. As you can see behind me, there's a ton of cars because this is the parking lot. And there's also a ton of cars headed south, which is not good for me because when I end up heading south in an hour or two, they're all going to be in front of me. Anyway, what's cool about this is, like I said, it's a Wayside. On one side's a parking lot, on the other side is Lake Superior. But to get to Lake Superior, you have to go through this tunnel. My plan is, since I'm wearing my swim trunks and bringing my wool blanket, I want to dip in and go all the way in and hang out. So the temp out here right now is, I think it's like 52 degrees. And the water temperature is probably 60, 59 or 60. So we'll see how it goes. But this is cool. I like coming here. There's beautiful rocks. Like people do agate, like, I don't know, hunting or whatever. You can't really hunt a rock, but whatever. It's not going to be very busy because it's chilly out. It's perfect for a goofball like me. I'll go right over here. Have this beautiful backdrop here. See, the only bad part about this quote-unquote beach is, I mean, right here is sandy. And it would be nice if it was sandy in the water, but it's not. It's rocky, and it's not even really flat rocks like that. It's big chunky rocks. So that's okay though. You can get everything set up. People put the butts. I set my blanket here, set the camera here, and then go in. Bumpy. Wow, that woke me up. Now I just got to dry off. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's chilly. It's good enough. Never done that before. Ooh, I can feel it. Oh boy. I don't know what it is. Something about the Northern European man that just feels like you have to go in cold water sometimes. Ugh.